Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show from the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar where we're going to get into a media kit that celebrates a new collaboration between Bardstown Bourbon Company and Amrut Distilleries in India. That includes a chocolate bar that is made of that Amrut whiskey as well. So pretty cool thing. I'm joined by New Guy and Von Nieters. What's up, dudes?
Hey, going on?
Not much. So you guys, it's just a Wednesday when we're recording this. So just Wednesday at the ABV Barrel Shop, hanging out during the day. So I'm looking at your watch right now, New Guy. It's 12:54. So we're just hanging out here at the ABV Barrel Shop. We're like, I've got this media kit here. Let's record a show, right?
Yeah.
You just never know what things are going to happen and stuff. So, yeah. So here we are. And we're going to be trying 3 different things today. And then maybe we'll do kind of a combo thing. We're going to be trying the rye whiskey that was finished in a barrel that was used to age the Amrut whiskey. We're going to be trying the actual Amrut whiskey, which will be fun as well. Then we'll try that second. And then we've got some chocolate. Again, it's another collaboration that Bardstown Bourbon Company did with this chocolate company, and they utilized some of this whiskey to make a chocolate bar. So, again, we'll see does this taste carry through. We're going to get this rye. Does it carry through? And when we taste the whiskey from India, do we note those notes in there that we tasted in the rye? When we taste the chocolate bar, do we get those same notes as well? It'll be fun to do. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, New Guy said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, sir? Go ahead, New Guy. New Guy?
You got anything?
New Guy's just making visual cues here, like the cut the throat, quiet on the set. He's getting ready to run. So, you got nothing?
I got nothing right now.
Wait, it's a podcast. We have to be able to talk about stuff. What kind of deal is that? You coming unprepared?
Yeah, definitely.
So, give us some dating tips. So, obviously, you were recently on the market. You were out there.
I can't do that. I can't.
Evan and I we're a couple old married guys at this point, so we don't know anything about this. But you know what? For each of us, our fate could be the same. Because while we seem happily married right now, you never know what the other person's thinking. There's somebody who's going to be listening to the show potentially today is going to go home and their wife is going to be like, "It's been a good run, but it's over." And then that person's going to have to pick up the pieces and get back out there. So we could use some help just in case. We're not planning to make a move out of our marriage or respective marriages or anything like that, but you just never know. So it's good to have a game plan. What's some of the tips you could give us if someone is listening to this and maybe they're just single? They're not married guys like Von Nieters and I here. They don't have to deal with a significant other like the two of us have to do in our respective marriages. So, but maybe they're just single. They're like, you know what? I've been struggling. It's a tough thing out there. What can I draw from New Guy to help me out in the dating world?
I think you just never have to give up.
Never give up.
And you have to have
perseverance.
Faith that somebody is going to super swipe on you.
Oh, the super swipe is key.
Super swipe.
The super swipe.
Yeah.
You get the super swipe, you know you're good. You got the super swipe. You actually were super swiped by KK. And you initially responded. You thought that might have been an error, right?
I did, yeah.
You were like, this can't be right.
It can't be right.
She's made a mistake on the super swipe.
She probably was drinking, maybe.
Right,
No one knows.
But then she came back and said, no, I intended, that was an intentional super swipe.
Yeah.
What do you think did it for?
I don't know.
I would love to read your profile because the new guy is such an interesting character. What kind of profile would this be? What are some of the highlights of your profile?
I think at the time it was just like, let's just go out and just have fun.
Let's go out and have fun.
Let's go out and have fun.
Let's go out and have fun. Yeah. You're just open to whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see where this thing takes us.
Yep.
Step 1, let's get together.
Yep.
Step 2, let's go out. We'll do whatever we want. And you know what? If it's fun,
no
we
pressure,
may stick together.
Pressure, just have fun.
If not, hey, things don't always work out. We're both adults about this, and we'll just both move on, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's not bad. Okay. Well, how do you do with the photos? Would you just get photos that you felt you looked really good? And would you get professional photos done? Be like, hey, you got a friend who's really good at photography and go get some shots done?
No.
Would you use like really old ones? Like I could break out some when I was in high school and pretty fit. Would that be a smart move?
You got to put how you are out
Just
there.
put it out there.
Selfies in the mirror.
You just put it out there.
Yeah.
Mirror selfies. Did you have any of those in there?
No.
Any bathing suit ones, just so they know exactly what's going on here, like beach. Here's me at the beach. Do you have any of those in the profile?
Those come out on the first date, Steve.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what sort of photo did you have? Was it like you driving, like in your car? Seems like a lot of people put their driving photos.
Sometimes, yeah.
Not
driving.
You know how many driving photos I take in my regular life? None. But I guess if I'm dating, I suddenly have the need to put out.
But not while you're actually driving. While you're parked.
While you're parked.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's a good important tip. I'm taking notes. While parked. Yeah. Okay.
Are any of the pictures posing in front of anything?
Yeah. Or? Is there posed pictures or do you just like
Not
the spontaneity of just whatever it is?
No.
Now, are these all photos you took yourself, or does a friend take one? You're like, that's a pretty good. I may use that. I could use that one. Could you send me that? Do you ever say, can you send me that photo of me?
No, maybe years ago. Maybe I had one of my kids take a picture.
Okay,
maybe years ago. Yeah.
Well, that's maybe why you're divorced at this point. If they're taking pictures for your profiles, you don't do that. Be like, hey, don't tell your mother this, but take my photo in case I ever need to do a dating profile. You don't want to do that, right?
No,
that's another tip, right? That's another tip.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, when putting together your online dating profile, kind of leave your wife out of it.
Probably, yeah.
So speaking of the kids, are the kids in any of the pictures?
Yeah.
No.
Keep the kids out.
I don't think.
Are the kids? Yeah. So you get one. You get one on the hook.
Maybe the 10 cats.
Because you're casting out there. You're casting. You're trying to get a date. So you're throwing the bait into the water. You've got 2 kids. Three. So is any of that mentioned? Like I like doing stuff with my kids. I like. Is it casually dropped in, or is that later? Once.
No, I think you at least tell them. I think you at least
that's say. On the online
I
profile.
think you at least say you got
the online.
Say you at least have kids.
Okay.
Yes.
You at least got to say you got kids. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the rest can come out later.
All right. Yeah. The rest. The rest. Yeah. Okay. Any other tips that you could give potential people?
I mean, I think for you guys, I
Right.
mean, I think I don't know if this show should go on the air though, because I worry about you guys.
I've been married for so long. His wife's like fine. Von Nieters, but
This is for the listening audience.
For the listening audience,
Oh,
and Von Nieters brought up none of this. So in case his wife would or somebody be like, "You got to listen to this podcast," Von Nieters brought up none of that. So that any issues would be on me. So that's my issues, my problem.
Okay.
So. But yeah, my wife doesn't care. We've been together forever. I mean, we started dating in 1985. I think she's not too worried about things. And if she is, it is what it is, right? If she comes home today and I'm like, this lock seems different. My key's not working. Note on the door. Yeah. It's been a good run. Yeah, we almost made it to 40.
Too much Kate Upton talk.
Yeah, too much Kate Upton talk. Yeah. So, there you go. Do you think she's jealous of Kate Upton? I do talk a lot about Kate Upton. She can't be though, right? I mean,
I was a little bit worried about.
You got to see Kate Upton. And you're like, well, what can you do? Kate Upton. Yeah, it's Kate Upton. I mean, in her defense, the chances of me ever even running into Kate Upton are very minimal. But
Yeah.
If I do, though. And I like when people, one of my favorite things is people will initially just correct you. They'll be like, Kate Upton is married. And I'm like, well, so am I. So yeah. So I don't know. Kate Upton, if you're listening to this, just reach out via the ABV website. MacNew, please forward that along immediately if you get to. So anything from Kate Upton, if anything from Kate comes in, since MacNew gets the emails, we'll have her forward that. Just think if Kate Upton had reached out. She's like, she happens to be into bourbon, maybe. She hears the podcast, she reaches out, and then MacNew decides not to forward it. She's like, he's married. I don't want to cause any problems. I won't forward that email. Could you imagine?
What if she starts a celebrity whiskey brand and it's like, what if it's awful?
I would endorse it as being great. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to throw your integrity out the window, just when we're talking Kate Upton. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So, all right, what we're going to do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be trying these 3 different things. We'll kind of mix and match a little bit, see if we're pulling notes from all these. If this kind of all comes together with this new whiskey that is from Bardstown Bourbon Company, we'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. It's $300 for a 3-foot Jaguar at Total Wine, and I need this. Someone tell Christy needs to buy it for me. I MacNew, you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Oh my God, that was awful.
All right, everybody, welcome back here at the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar. We're talking about Bardstown Bourbon Company, a new collaboration. They're probably the leaders in collaborations, if you think about it. They do more collaborations, and they started out from the very beginning. The first thing that they came out with was a collaboration. I was on the media junket for that, and I forget who it was with, but they literally from the very beginning they've done collaborative series, which is kind of cool. This is just their latest one. Von Nieters, what do you know about this? You've got a little bit of research in front of you, not a whole lot of information, but what can you tell us about this particular collaboration?
Yeah, so this one, what they did is they it's one of their blends they usually do. And it's they have a blend of straight rye whiskey that's finished in the Amrit Indian malt whiskey barrels.
Yep.
And then what they do is they blend it with straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
Which is also a blend of bourbon.
Yeah. It's like they're not doing anything that's just straightforward. Everything's this blend, and which creates then a bigger blend, and yeah. So pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we're going to be trying is some of the whiskey from this distillery in India, which is kind of interesting. So again, utilizing this barrel and then to secondary finish this blended rye whiskey is pretty cool. So let's taste the finished product first. So this is what we're looking at here is Bardstown Bourbon Company's new Amroot, and it comes in at 110 proof. So that's I assume as we get this, it's being released right now, so it should be on store shelves soon as you're listening to this. So let's give this thing a taste. So cheers, guys! Let's do a little
cheers.
This is the Bardstown. This is the final product here, the Bardstown Bourbon Company product. Let's try it. I mean, that's pretty nice. I mean, it's pleasant. Some of the things when I've tried Indian whiskey in the past, what I don't like about it is I'm not a fan of peat or smoke, and I'm not getting either of those on this at all. I'm not getting any notes of that. It's a sweet rye bourbon blend, and it's good. I mean,
that's very good.
I wouldn't know this was finished in a barrel utilized to make Indian whiskey. And again, just because and we'll try this one in a second, see what it tastes like. Some of the Indian whiskeys that I've had in the past have been highly peaty. Again, follow most of the rules of Scotch whiskey. So that's interesting. This is great though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good.
Really good.
Baking spices, a little almost like a sweet fruit.
Yeah. They don't say anything about suggested retail price, do they? You got a little
no, there's
card,
no
nothing on
suggested
there.
price
So
on here. It is a double gold winner at San Francisco.
Okay, well that's big. So yeah,
so
I could see that. It's great whiskey. Great whiskey for sure. All right, what we're going to try next is from, and Amroot is a distillery in India, so that's the name. It's a brand name, and it's spelled Amrut. So we didn't know if it was Amrut, what it was, but we did check online. Found a video from the distillery, and there was a guy giving a tour of the distillery, and he said Amrut. So we're assuming that is the correct pronunciation, but we never want to act like we're experts of anything other than American whiskey. So that we're just going by what we saw online, and that's it. So, and I've never heard of this distillery before this. This is the first one. And they could be huge, but I just don't know them personally. Do you guys ever hear of them?
No, not till this.
No.
So this one's 92 proof.
Okay.
Barley, single malt with Indian barley.
Okay.
And made with water from the Himalayas, they say.
Oh, Himalayas. Okay. On the nose. Again, I'm not getting any peat, any smoke, anything like that. On the nose, it's almost like applesauce. I mean, it's sweet on the nose.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here on the taste. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, I like the Bardstown better. I like what's coming out, but this is one I could drink. So if I went over to a friend's house, I what bottle you got? And he's like, this is what I have. I've got this Amroot Indian whiskey, and he gave me a pour. I would take another. I'd drink it. I'd take another. It's good. It's solid. It's not going to be my favorite. Anything I run out to buy a bottle of, but you know what? In the right circumstances, I would certainly drink.
This would be good in an old fashioned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised by that. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's go back. We just tasted that. Let's take another taste, but then go immediately back to our rye. See if we're now recognizing some of those notes in the rye, the whiskey that we tried. So let's try that. A little bit of that straight back. I mean, I think then doing the side by side, I think you can get some of the notes. Now you're starting to figure out what are the tastes that are in the rye whiskey that can be attributed to that based on coming into this blind, basically. I'd never tried this whiskey before. I didn't know what it was. And some of those tastes that you're getting, I can see where they come from, that Indian. I can see the influence of the barrel. So
yeah, a lot of those sweet notes I feel like are very similar in both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting. All right, so we've got some chocolate here. Again, Bardstown Bourbon Company then takes some of that whiskey and go to a chocolatier and say, let's make something with this. So let's see what they got here. Let's give this chocolate a taste. First of all, just see if it's any good, and then we'll try it with our whiskey. Yeah. That is, again, this, you can definitely get some of the amaret in there. Again, I talked about applesauce kind of on the nose. It has a little bit of an applesauce kind of taste in the chocolate. It's good. This isn't a Hershey bar, folks. So if your only experience is, I like chocolate that tastes like a Hershey bar or a Nestle bar or something like that, this isn't like that at all. This is like high-end quality chocolate. A little bit different experience. Very good. I do like that.
It's a dark
really
chocolate.
good.
It tastes like a dark chocolate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a little nutty too.
Yeah.
That's really good.
It is really good. It is really good. All right, let's take a bite of that and go back to our whiskey. Again, our Bardstown collaboration whiskey. Let's see what we got here when we kind of pair them together. Yeah, pairs together very nicely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really good. So if you're at the distillery and you're thinking about picking up a bottle of this, get the bottle and get the chocolate bar too.
Right.
Yeah, that's very good. Goes well with it too. Perfect. Very. Yeah, it kind of creates the whiskey and the chocolate. It feels like then turns into like they just pair together. Then it becomes like chocolate whiskey that you're chewing. So really good. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised with this whole experience here. I liked everything across the board. Like the chocolate, like the blend that Bardstown Bourbon Company did, and I like the Indian whiskey as well. So really cool, and thanks to the team at Bardstown Bourbon Company for looping me in on this and sending me this media kit. I think it's awesome. Great presentation too, guys. Right?
Oh
You
yeah,
saw it? Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cool little kit, very, very neat stuff, and yeah, so we certainly appreciate that. So there you go. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. We'll start with New Guy. New Guy, where can people find you?
You can find me being better prepared next time for one of Steve's podcasts.
you didn't like being grilled, right? Yeah, all right.
And on Instagram at New Guy Whiskey Odyssey.
All right, how's the Odyssey going?
It's going.
It's gonna take a big step. In a couple weeks, you're going to take your executive bourbon steward.
Yeah, in
class,
1 month.
right?
1 month.
1 month. So 1 month, and then you'll be certified. So that'll be cool.
Hopefully,
that's big.
Hopefully, learn a lot.
Yeah, Von Nieters, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Von Nieters.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. You never know what's happening here. Sometimes we're recording podcasts, hanging out with people from the world of bourbon, and other times we're just talking whiskey and drinking whiskey. Not too bad. No matter what is going on here, it all sounds like good stuff to me. All right, well, we'll wrap this one up by having New Guy say something before we get out of here. What is that, buddy? I thought you worked on this after the last. There was an incident last time. I think you and KK were working on this.
I'm going to have to work further on this, Steve. Obviously.
I thought after the last time you were like, I'll do better. Just catch me next time.
I will 100%.
And here we are next time, and there you go. Von Nieters, do you know the spiel? You're on a lot of shows.
Man.
This is usually, Becca or McNew say this. What?
Putting me on the spot.
Be sure to give us a 5-star rating.
Yeah, that's good.
And if you like what we're doing, you can find us on patreon.com
/
/ABV Network.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. When you're leaving a comment, give us. When you're leaving a review, give us comments. 5-star review, give us comments.
Yep.
That helps new people find the show. That's pretty darn important to us, right? So there you go.
I think so.
There you go. This was all audience. You got to hear a training class right there. So there you go. We'll see if we can do better next time because we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing, the ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.